Have you ever felt like you're constantly chasing people, seeking their approval, validation, or affection? Maybe it's a friend, a partner, a colleague, or even strangers you hope will like you. It's a feeling that many of us experience, especially when we look to others to define our worth. We put so much energy into making others happy, trying to gain their attention, or even changing who we are to fit into their expectations. But the more we chase, the more elusive they seem, don't they? It's time for a mindset shift. What if you didn't need to chase anyone at all? What if instead of running after people, you cultivated a strength so deep within yourself that people started chasing you? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, this is exactly the power of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live freely without the burden of others' expectations. Stoicism offers us a unique perspective on life, one where we don't chase after external validation. Instead, we focus on mastering ourselves. In a world where it's easy to get caught up in trying to please others, Stoics remind us that true peace and fulfillment come from within. By focusing on our own growth and resilience, we can break free from the need to seek approval from anyone. The Stoic mindset teaches us that the only thing we can control is our own mind. We cannot control how others think of us, but we can control how we react to others. And when you stop chasing after people for validation, you'll find that the energy you used to spend trying to gain their attention is now directed toward building your inner strength. You'll start to live in alignment with your values, your goals, and your purpose. And this self-assuredness becomes magnetic. You see, when you focus on self-mastery, you stop trying to impress anyone. You stop looking to others for validation because you know your worth, regardless of their opinion. This doesn't mean you close yourself off to people or stop caring about relationships. It means you stop relying on them to define who you are. You cultivate emotional independence. One of the key principles in Stoicism is the idea of amor fati, a love of fate. It means accepting and embracing everything that comes your way, whether it's good or bad. When you embrace this mindset, you stop needing the approval of others to feel good about yourself. You take life as it comes, without fear of judgment, and this sense of peace and acceptance naturally attracts others. Think about the way a person with complete inner peace carries themselves. They're calm, they're collected, and they don't need anyone to validate their existence. People are drawn to that kind of energy, not because you're seeking attention, but because there's something about someone who is at peace with themselves that is irresistibly attractive. When you stop chasing, you stop feeling desperate for approval. People pick up on this. Desperation is off-putting, while confidence and self-reliance are magnetic. The more you invest in yourself, the more others will want to be around you. They'll admire your strength, your calm, and your ability to stand firm in your own values without needing to change for anyone. But how do you get to this place? How do you stop chasing and start becoming the person people want to be around? It all starts with focusing on your own growth. Invest in yourself, in your emotional well-being, and in your personal development. Practice self-discipline, master your emotions, and align your actions with your core values. When you do this, you begin to let go of the need for others' approval. You begin to live a life that is true to yourself, and you start to see the world through a lens of inner strength and peace. When you make peace with who you are and stop depending on others to make you feel complete, people will begin to respect you for the person you've become, not because you're trying to impress them, but because your self-assurance is evident in every action you take. This doesn't mean that you close yourself off from relationships or friendships, but it means that you no longer rely on others for validation. Remember, when you stop chasing after people's approval, you stop giving them control over your emotional state. You reclaim your power, and in doing so, you begin to live with purpose, with confidence, and with the ability to attract those who appreciate you for who you truly are. You stop chasing, and in return, people start to chase you. Not because you need them, but because they see the strength in you. So, stop chasing people. Stop seeking their approval. Stop trying to make them like you or accept you. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself.